This week's GSC Digital Network update. Don Russell along with Rick Rhoades. 55-10 the final score on this week's ESPN 3's Game of the Week in the Gulf South Conference. And Rick, it was all West Alabama. They needed a conference win in the worst way, and they got it in a big-time way. And the highlights are going to show that it was really all West Alabama.
Yeah, it really was. You know, the game started out, you know, a little bit different, but this was a big change in the game right here. And maybe from a shorter perspective, when this happens to you, maybe you think it's not going to be your night. The field goal blocked and returned by the kicking team for a touchdown. Shorter answers. Run the toss sweep. This is Wilson that just blows by the West Alabama defense. You think it's going to be a game, but West Alabama would have none of it to come back. There's the slant right there for a score to Satterfield.
Now Collins goes to work.
He goes to work for a while here. There's the first wheel route to him. There's the second wheel route to him for a score. And then come back here and throw a slant for a touchdown to Brown. Part of a record-breaking night by the great West Alabama quarterback.
Kyle Caldwell. Let's take a look at the final stats, Coach.
Well, they tell the story. 31 first downs to 6, 585 to 184, 40 minutes possession to 19. I mean, those are about as lopsided numbers as I've ever seen. And really, you know, I remember saying with 4 minutes left in the first quarter that West Alabama had only had the ball for three plays, just what Shorter wanted, and then the world exploded and the roof fell in, and that's the result right there. Just a very, very dominating performance from that point on by West Alabama.
Of course, coming up this Saturday and the GSC, let's take a look at the games. Some good ones, Rick. Delta State at West Georgia, Valdosta State at Mississippi College, and North Alabama at FIT. Huge
game for West Georgia. You know, they dropped one down in Valdosta. If they can beat Delta State, then it's anybody's ball game. They're right back in it because they still have North Alabama to play. Valdosta would like to continue their winning ways, and frankly, they should at Mississippi College. And North Alabama better be very careful for the trap down there in South Florida.
And for our next game, of course, we will be at North Alabama in Florence a week from Saturday. West Georgia at North Alabama. That's at 7 p.m. Eastern. Should be a great one here on ESPN3. That's this week's GSC Digital Update. He's Rick Rhoades. I'm Don Russell. That's our report from Barron Stadium here in Red from Georgia, where it's all West Al, 55-10, the final.